Well, we're talking with Bob Curry now, who's an AFN veteran from AFRS in Tehran, Iran, some number of years ago.
Yes.
And I understand you knew Bob Nelson there.
Yes, I was chief engineer of AFRTS Tehran. We had an AM radio station, about 1 kilowatt, and Channel 8 TV over the air. And when I arrived in 1969, it was in pretty bad shape, not able to be received very clearly or very far. And my first task was reconstructing and cleaning up and getting the equipment so to put out a much stronger signal. By the time I finished, field teams in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia were reporting that they were receiving our radio station.
Very good.
The entire city of Tehran was able to pick up the TV station with rabbit ears. We had many avid Iranian viewers, especially of the pro wrestling that we put on. If anything happened, the phone would ring off the hook with them.
Okay.
The other engineers I worked with were Walt Biggs and Bob Emmert. And Bob Nelson was NCO in charge, and Major Ralph Smits was the public affairs officer under which the station fell. So he was the highest ranking officer connected with the station.
Okay.
I was there from, I guess it was late winter of 1969 through early spring of 1970 when I left there and went to Fort Ord, California.
Okay. Well, have you got any message for Bob Nelson?
Bob Nelson, hey, I wondered what happened to you. We had our little differences at times, but it was good working with you. And I hope you're doing well now. I came back to stateside, worked for WJLA TV in Washington, D.C. for a while. Then went over to PBS. I put a PBS station on the air for Howard University in Washington in 1980 and worked there through the analog and digital transition and left there in 2009. Now I'm retired looking for consulting jobs. I have my commercial FCC license as well as my advanced extra class ham radio license. So I've been active in Mars as well as in broadcasting.
Okay. Well, you may be interested to know that Bob finally did retire from the Army as an E9, as a sergeant major, and then after that he studied counseling and became a professional counselor for the VA, working for veterans up until this last summer.
Okay, well, Bob, if you're E9, guess what? Walt Biggs, who was there with me, his son is Command Sergeant Major of the Army and in Washington now, just transferred to Washington not too long ago.
Did you say of the Army?
I'm not sure if it's of the Army. I have to rephrase that.
Oh.
But he's a position in, I have to look the exact title.
Okay.
But he's Command Sergeant Major and he's
Awesome.
in Washington now.
Awesome.
And it's on Facebook on Walt Biggs' page.
Okay.
So you can look up Walt Biggs on Facebook and get the details on it.
Well,
We just had a ceremony with the general there this week.
Okay.
So I haven't seen him since he's been here in Washington. The last time I saw him, he was elementary school. I stay in touch with Walt Biggs and go up to his house in Ohio sometime.
Okay.
And Phil Allen, our announcer, he's still around. He wasn't able to make it, but he's out in the Phoenix, Glendale, Arizona area and still doing voiceovers and peacetime part-time voice work for radio and TV stations. So some of us are still around. We'll have to get in touch with you sometime there.
All right. I do know Bob's on Facebook, so I imagine he's going to be looking up the gentleman you mentioned there a moment ago. So we've been talking with Bob Curry here from AFRS Tehran, who's partying with AFVN veterans today, and we're glad to have you with us.
Glad to see you and glad to meet up with other guys. Thank you.